Seriously? Give us a like if this helped you out. Lawnmowers. What a transformation from this to this. Hey guys, what is up? It's Biff and this is Fearless Mods. Wait, what is that? Oh, you're not? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just being told that in order to watch the rest of this video, if you want to replace the tail lights on your Nissan Titan, you need to reach down there and subscribe. So go ahead, we'll wait for you for a second here. Yep, get down there, click it. Okay, good, thanks. All right, well with that, let's move on. We've got some tired old tail lights on this Nissan Titan that we have just been totally refurbishing, and we are coming out of the paint job. You want to see that? Check out the playlist here, and then go ahead and start watching how to change the taillights on your Nissan Titan. We're putting Spec-D LED Tail Lights in here, and it's going to transform the look of these tired. They still look bright, but they need to be updated to match the rest of the truck with its blackout package, where we got rid of all of our chrome logos and we turned all of our black plastic silver for the most part. But you want to know how to do this? Stay tuned. All right, first we're going to start with our trusty 10mm wrench and get these bolts out right here. Next, we're just going to take this thing and pull it straight back to disengage it from these plastic clips right here. You can see these guys here just slide forward into them. So pull that straight back, and then we're going to give these a half turn to the left and pluck them out. We've already broken some of our bulbs from doing our previous repairs. Okay, we've got those out, and we got a little plastic clip here we got to get the wires out of. There we go. So there's our old tail light, working light for when the tailgate's down, reverse light, and it just all this needless reflector stuff. So let's go ahead and check out our new ones. These babies come nicely packaged up. We've got our Spec-D tuning installation and care guide here that'll help us out. Couple things to help us with the LED resistance that we need to make them work right. And these things are form fit in here. They took quite a while to deliver, but we did finally get them. I believe they came from China, and you can see here we've got our bed working light. Beautiful smoked out version that we got here without all the reflectors. To go with our black motive that we got on the truck, and plastic to protect it. So we'll just peel that back a little bit and get into the instructions. If you watched the series on replacing the headlights, you saw that we put silicone around everything to make sure it was sealed up. We will check and see if this requires the same thing. Hopefully not, but if it does, we'll take care of it. You can just see we got some stickers here we got to remove from the areas where we're going to reinstall bulbs. Our rubber band off here and see what we got. Okay, so a couple things I'm noticing here as I take this apart. Number one, the instructions didn't come with the LED installation instruction that it references in here for the LED portions of the headlight, which is, I assume, what these are for. Looking at the connectors, we're going to take these two and plug them directly into the sockets that came with the vehicle. Shove everything in here, and hopefully it will seal up appropriately. I assume that this guy just goes in line with these pigtails here, and that we stick it with the tape somewhere on in the cover here where it can reside and not interfere with the side of the truck. And then I'm assuming that for the cargo light and the reverse light, that these are just regular bulbs, my bulbs, that will just plug back in there. And then the last thing is, when it comes to sealing this thing, it gives you the same warnings about headlights and taillights that we had on when we installed the Spec-D headlights. It refers mostly to headlights throughout the document, but it does say headlight and tail light up across the top here and referring to condensation. But that said, you've got this vent tube right here, and it is completely open to the inside of this case. So sealing it around the edges isn't going to really seal it because this is open. So I'm not going to bother putting any silicone on it. But with that, let's go ahead and see if we can plug this stuff in and if it just appears to work correctly. Okay, so the first thing I have is a towel over here to protect my tail light. Next thing I'm going to do is take the light bulb sockets here. I've removed the bulbs from them. And with my new light over here, I'm going to take the connector for the top one. I have the black wire to the outside here, and the black wire is on this to the same outside position. So the blacks line up. Pop that straight in. And then we'll do the same thing on this other light bulb. Black to the outside. Make sure this one's rotated around so the black is on the outside. Okay, we've got that one popped in. With that, we'll make sure that these wires don't get pinched. Drop this in and give it about a 90-degree rotation. Same thing with this one. There we go. Now we've got our regular incandescent bulbs here. The upper one that will go into the cargo light. It's got 3 connectors here that will line up with the 3 connectors in here. Give it a twist to lock it. And then the last one here has 4 connections on it. Drop it in. Okay, I've had it in all 4 positions and I can't get it to rotate. Because this thing's being a little bit difficult, we're going to take just a little silicone spray here and put on here just a little bit. Give it some lube to see if we can get it to rotate with that. No, it does not want to rotate, but it's trying. There we go. That helped. We got it to rotate. Let's see if we can do that to this guy too, because he's a little firm. Just enough to wet it. Yeah, that one definitely worked better with that. Without those instructions, I'm just going to be plugging in right here. So I'm going to set this up and we're going to see what happens when I hit some lights here. Appears to be working. Flashing very fast. That's probably going to be because we need the resistor. Cargo light's working. This doesn't tell you which way it goes, but I'm going to go black to black and yellow to red. Now let's see if our blinker works. There we go. Okay, I hope you were looking at that for me. Did that guy come on? Well, I guess the bulb was good to go. Now that we know that works, all we got to do is button this up. Because the side here rubs against here, we don't want to place this guy there, but we don't want this flapping around everywhere. It can't go here. It's got to go pretty much back here, probably on this flat right here. Looks like the best spot. And then we'll probably end up zip tying some of the lines anyway, because it's pretty long. So I've got those zip tied together, and I made sure that these little connectors weren't anywhere where they could touch each other. I'm going to throw some electrical tape on there as well, because I don't want them touching the body of the car and shorting out. There we go. So we're going to make sure we get these 2 connector points lined up with these right here and just slide it forward. Okay, those are forward. Let's stick these screws in. I'm just going to keep forward pressure on this to keep it seated right where I want it while I tighten these down. And there we go. That thing is firmly mounted. Looks fantastic. Time to do the other one. Accidentally, when I was working on the truck, smashed a couple of these in here with the strut when I was closing it with this all disconnected. So I got some new bulbs for the cargo light and the backup light. For mine, they are 912s. For all these Titans, these 2 lights are 912s. So we'll just replace both of those. Silicone lube again. And we're ready to go with our second lens. And you probably noticed already, but the vent tube I showed you has 2 upper vent tubes as well. So no need to silicone these tail lights. This bottom one does not want to go in, so we're going to help it with some channel locks. There we go. And then we're going to slide this thing in, same as we did before. And you can look down through the top here and see that you've got both the bottom one and the top one engaged before you slide it in. Put in our screws. And now we'll just pull off that plastic. And if you don't think that's an improvement, then you just go ahead and enjoy driving your Titan like this. And there we are, guys. Out with the old and in with the new, and these look so much better. Our old cracked lights are no longer adorning our beautiful new truck, and so this completes the look between the headlights and the tail lights. We still have incandescent lights for the reverse lights, for the cargo lights, both above and below, as well as the third brake light, but this was the perfect look to go for, to give us the black look to match the logos on this truck. And this thing is transforming. We're almost done. If you want to keep seeing what else we're going to do to this truck, I hope you did reach down there and subscribe. Click the bell so you get your notifications, and we'll catch you again next time that we start doing some mods on the Nissan Titan. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you again real soon.